So in this lecture on Java programming language, we are creating our first Java program. Before getting started with Java, we need to know that in Java programming language, the programs are built from classes. Class is a conceptual or logical entity. We can imagine class as a factory with blueprints and instructions to build several objects. As the long tradition holds that the first sample program for any programming language which we look ahead to learn is to print hello world. So we also following the same legacy, the same path. So our first program also prints hello world on your console. So we have already written our first program in Java, so we need to have an understanding of this program. We can use any of our favorite text editor to type this program source code. The code is written here on our screen already. To run this program we need Java compiler, which is also known as Java C compiler. To compile this program, there is a command which is Java C followed by the name of the class which is hello world, which is hello world dot java. To run this program we need to type a command Java followed by the name of the class. Like this. When we compile our program, the source code of this program is converted into bytecodes, which is the machine level code for JVM. JVM stands for Java Virtual Machine. Each and every program written in Java runs inside Java Virtual Machine, which for now we can understand as an interpreter enabled with the capabilities of code verification and code security checks. We can see into this topic in our later videos. However, we have used Eclipse IDE to run this program, but you can use your own favorite editor, text editor, on which you can type this program and later you can compile this program using Java C compiler. Now we have a small program that does something. This is able to do something. This has already printed hello world here. If I compile this program, this will print hello world on your console. This is your console and this is printing hello world here. But we need to know what does it mean. This program declares a class using keyword class, which is called as hello world. This is hello world. This is the name of the class, which is followed by curly brackets. These are the curly brackets. Now there is only one member method inside this class. A class can contain only two things basically. For now, at least for now, a class can contain only two things: the member variables and the member methods. In our class hello world, there is only one member method which is named as main, and this main is inside these two curly braces. The main method is a special method, as we call it as the main method of this class. If it is declared exactly as shown and is executed when we run the class as an application, it can create objects, it can evaluate expressions, it can invoke other methods, and it can do anything else needed to define an application's behavior. Main is declared as public like this. This is the public keyword, and the main method is declared as public. So it means that anyone can invoke this method. In our case, or in our this particular program case, JVM will invoke this method. JVM, as we have earlier discussed, is Java Virtual Machine. Main is also declared as static. So static is quite diverse in itself, and we will again discuss in more detail in our later videos. For now, we can understand static like this method now belongs to the class only, and it is not associated with any particular instance of this class. So only one copy of main will be there, and which will be generated as this class is generated. So any number of instances of this class you create, there will be only single copy of main, which is static. Next thing after static is void, which is the return type of this method main. As this method main does not return a value, so the return type is void. Now after the name of the method, there is the list of parameters. This is actually, there is only one parameters in this method, one parameter in this method named as args, and its type is string. Not only string, but it is an array of string, as we have denoted string followed by the square brackets. So as an array of string or object in Java is declared like this, so this is an array of string which is named as args. So string is the type name basically. In our case, args will contain the program's argument from the command line with which it is invoked. So whenever we want to provide input to our program during the runtime from command line, then we can use this variable, this parameter args. The arrays and strings will be covered in our forthcoming lectures. The name of the method together with parameter list constitute the signature of the method. The signature together with the access specifier and the exceptions thrown by this method forms the method header. After these terms, we can come to system. System is a class which is a special class in Java. So all system related classes, interfaces and methods all system related methods and objects belongs to system class. So system is a class. Dot is the operator which is used to access member objects and member methods from that class. Println is a method defined in system class which is applied on the object out, and hello world is static string which will be displayed on your console later when you run your program after compiling this program. So this is whole terminology of our first Java program which is able to run. We will discuss these terms in detail in our later chapters.